Sample problem S10-04. A thin hoop or ring with a radius of 2 meters is moving so that the center of mass is initially moving at 20 meters per second, while also rolling without slipping at 10 radians per second along a horizontal surface. It rolls up an incline, coming to rest as shown. Complete the qualitative energy bar chart for the Earth hoop system for the time between when the hoop is rolling horizontally and when it has rolled up the ramp is momentarily at rest. Put the 0 point for gravitational energy at the height of the center of the hoop when it is rolling on the surface. So that immediately tells us that the gravitational energy at the start is 0, because they just told us that, essentially. And there's no spring energy, so that whole column's kind of weird, and we leave it blank. So the thing that comes out next is, what about the K rotational energy? And K rotational is 1/2 I omega square, but for a hoop, I is mr square, and for a thing rolling without slipping, omega is v over r. So that comes from the rolling without slipping part, gives us that, and the thin hoop gives us the red part. So when we look at all of that together, we get 1/2 m, the r's cancel, and left with v squared, which is, interestingly enough, the translational energy. So that says that the kinetic energy of rotation should be exactly as high as the kinetic energy of translation. And then during this process, the only force that does work at all is gravitational, which is internal. So there is no external work. Sorry, no spring work either, but there's no external work, which means the stuff in this side has to add up to the stuff in that side. That stuff adds to 8, so over here it has to add to 8. But they tell us, and this is really important, that at the end, it is momentarily at rest, which means that all of the kinetic energies are 0. So we have that this is 0 and that this is 0, which means that all of the energy has to come from gravity. So all of the energy is here. And as mentioned before, there is no spring, so of course there's no potential energy trapped in the spring. And there we go.